and welcome to Zoe's Rewind. So this is a new channel that I'm starting with my dad, and on this channel we are going to be switching turns reacting to something that the other person chose that is something that they really like a song or a game or a video, and the other person's going to be reacting to it and you're going to see their reactions.
Yeah, and we're going to make sure that we pick things that the other person has never seen.
Yes.
So like completely fresh for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Showing them something that they've never heard or seen.
Yes. And this time he is going to be going first.
Yes. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I have not seen or heard anything about this, so.
Okay. So we're going big with the first one. We're going HR PUFNSTUF. 1969. Sid and Marty Krofft, who were puppeteers. Children's television. Let's see. So this was the kind of thing I watched when I was growing up. And it warped me forever.
Oh.
So, very much a product of its time.
Okay.
The late 1960s. And so what we're going to do is, first we're going to look at the opening, the introduction to the show, basically.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at one scene from the show, which is sort of a typical scene. Actually, what I'm showing Zoe is the very first episode in the first season. Actually, the only season. It only ran for one season.
Already.
On NBC in 1969. But it ran for many years after that in syndication. So.
Alright.
All right, let's do it.
Alright, here we go.
HR PUFNSTUF. Who's your friend when things get rough? HR PUFNSTUF. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
Once upon a summertime, just a dream from yesterday, a boy and his magic golden flute heard a boat from off the bay.
Come and play with me, Jimmy, come and play with me, and I will take you on a trip far across the sea.
But the boat belonged to a cookie or witch who had in mind the flute to snitch.
That's Witchy Poo.
Vroom, vroom in the sky.
Her name is Witchy Poo, and she's on Vroom Vroom.
The beautiful boat was gone. The skies grew dark, the sea grew rough, and the boat
It's a little bit like the intro to Gilligan's Island.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, there's another one.
PUFNSTUF was watching too and knew exactly what to do. He saw the witch's boat attack, and as the boy was fighting back,
he called his rescue racer crew as often they'd rehearsed.
What?
And all
You can
to
tell.
save the boy.
It's a
A
sad.
lot of money was spent on this show.
Oh yeah.
But now the boy had washed ashore. Puff arrived to save the day, which made the witch so mad and sore. She shook her fist and screamed away. HR PUFNSTUF. Who's your friend when things get rough? HR PUFNSTUF. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. HR PUFNSTUF. He's your friend when things get rough. HR PUFNSTUF.
What the heck is that?
'Cause you can't do enough.
All right. So there it is.
Wait, so it's saying HR PUFNSTUF. He's your friend when things get rough.
Yeah, who's your friend?
Who's your friend?
Who's your friend when things get rough?
And who's HR PUFNSTUF?
He's
Is
the
it that-
mayor. He's the mayor of the town, and he's that
That
dragon.
huge thing.
Yeah, the big guy. Yeah, he's a dragon. Actually, he looks a little bit too much like Mayor McCheese, and McDonald's sued them to try to make them stop. They thought they were stealing him or something, but of course they weren't. So Sid and Marty Krofft, who were brothers,
Okay.
they were puppeteers,
Uh-huh.
and they specialized in like these human inhabited
Oh,
puppets.
yeah.
Yeah. So, there's your opening.
Wow. That would have scarred me as a child.
So what's weird about it to you, or like how's it different from what you would see on TV now?
Well, nowadays you would see like real people, like not in costumes, And like it would actually be like it doesn't look like it's on like a box set.
Yeah, everything's
with like things that are like propped up.
Yeah. Everything's two-dimensional. Like it looks like everything's like that thin, right?
Yeah.
And just barely held together with tape and glue.
Yeah. And usually it's not like, well, it could be, but usually it's not like a theme song that's like sung like that.
Right.
Normally it doesn't have a theme song, or it is like they're singing it, or like it's just like a few people. See, and it's not like a full band playing.
Right. No, yeah, right. Well, back in those days, it was very common for shows to tell you the story, the backstory, before you saw the show. So like Gilligan's Island tells you all about how they wound up stranded on this island. You've seen the Brady Bunch, right?
Yeah.
Every episode, it's like, here's the story.
I've just seen,
Right, and they tell you the backstory of how they came together. Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of shows during this time did that. They would sort of had this whole kind of, even though you've seen it once, then every time you already know the story, they still open it the same way. But,
okay.
Yeah.
And Mayor, the R is the wrong way.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Winnie the Pooh. Like nobody knows how to spell.
Yeah. Because like it'll say, it'll be like the P is backwards or something.
Yeah.
The characters remind me a little bit of that show that I used to watch when I was younger. I don't know. It's like there's this weird green guy, but like there was a DJ and he was like the host.
Oh yeah, what was that show called?
I'm not sure.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna take like a tiny break and find the answer to this. Okay, so it's Yo Gabba Gabba.
We had to look it up.
Yes, which she watched when she was little.
Yeah, and that definitely scarred me. That green guy is like real. Like I'll put a picture on the screen.
Yeah.
It's really, really creepy. Like really creepy. Like I don't want to get close to it.
Yeah. We had to explain to Zoe what hallucinogenic drugs are.
That should not be the kids' show. What the heck?
But the creators, probably of Yo Gabba Gabba, but certainly of HR PUFNSTUF, were probably, there was a lot going on there in the creation. The creation steps of that show, there's a lot going on. Anyway, we don't have to go into that.
Okay.
But,
do they still run this show? Probably not. No, they don't.
No. But, well, it's been a lot. Like, there was like TV Land, a show on Nickelodeon or whatever, and various other TV networks have had it like late at night. Yeah. It's a cult show. Like, people like the show because it's so weird.
Yeah,
and
like Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh, yeah.
So different.
It's different, but also it's that anthropomorphic stuff. You know what that means?
No.
It's when like animals and creatures come to life.
Yes.
Or like the candlestick can talk.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Like Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that in HR PUFNSTUF. Anything in the world of the show can come to life.
Wow.
And
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that you saw the tree.
Right.
The tree was alive like when it stopped.
Exactly. And so in this case, all of the animals can talk, and they're all like sort of like humans, but not.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so should we check out a scene then?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's watch the scene.
All right, let's do it.
I'm a little bit nervous for this, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. This is about 5 minutes into the episode.
Okay.
Ho, boys, ho! Here we go, Jimmy. Nice going, Kling. You too, Clang. Come on, Jimmy. Dr. Blinky's is right through these trees. Right over there. Hey, baby, you're real cool, man. Like groovy.
That tree's talking.
Oh, everybody talks here on Living Island. There it is, Dr. Blinky's house. We'll go right in. Uh-oh! Watch out, Jimmy! Quick, run for it! Duck, Jimmy! Golly gee, that was awful.
I never saw Hal sneeze before.
He should cover his door when he sneezes.
Skull.
Greetings, Mayor PUFNSTUF. Hello to your little friend.
Good to see ya, Puffy.
You're looking very natural.
Hiya, boys. How are you? Excuse me, Dr. Blinky. I know you're very busy, but the witch is after my friends, Jimmy and Freddie.
Who?
I'm Jimmy, and I'm Freddie.
Who?
Jimmy and Freddie.
I know that, fun stuff. You ought to know by now that all owls say who. See what I mean? Oops. Excuse me, I got something cooking.
Oh, careful, Doc. It's too hot.
Oh my. Oh my. Those test tubes are right every time. Little devils. Well, now. Yes, compose. Well, now. What can I do for you?
Please, sir, the witch tricked us here to your island to steal Freddie, and we want to escape.
The who?
The witch. The witch. You know, the ugly lady with the broom.
Who?
The witch.
Oh, my
That's
God.
who. I know that. Anyway, these two young fellers want to go home.
Now, Judy the Frog knows the secret way off Living Island. But the witch has captured her, and...
Who?
Now, don't you start that.
I think we should pause there.
Okay, I just can't get over the eyes. They're like,
The eyes are weird. The eyes are very weird.
they're like googly eyes.
So one thing this show did, when you hear the owl guy talk, does he
Yeah.
remind you of anybody, that voice?
Yes.
Can you think of
Tigger.
what?
No, it's
Well, yeah, actually, it is a
No.
little like. But think about Mary Poppins. Think about that guy, the number "I Like to Laugh." Remember? I like to laugh, and they're floating around in bubbles. Remember?
yeah.
Right. So that actor's name is Ed Wynn, and he was really famous. That's his voice. But actually, it's not. They're just imitating his voice.
Oh,
And that's a thing that PUFNSTUF did a lot. So
because they didn't have enough money.
well, no, actually, it's because now this is something you don't understand until you're a little older, right? So when you're a kid, you
Okay.
completely miss this, but then you realize when you watch this when you're older, they were just impersonating all these famous celebrities.
Oh,
So they have this frog girl who dances and sings named
Yeah.
Judy Frog, and she's Judy Garland,
Garland, yeah.
totally Judy Garland. And
Where did
they
they
have
get
many others
the
that they
real
impersonate.
people?
There's a fireplace that does Edward G. Robinson, which like kids don't know who that is, but they're all famous Hollywood stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they just borrowed all their voices with actors who imitated them.
But why didn't they get the real people
Well, I'm not sure they could get Judy Garland to be on
on
the
HR
show.
Puff and Stuff?
No. Well, unfortunately, 1969. I think she was gone by then, sadly. But anyway, yeah. I mean, so tell me, like, what do you now that you're sort of inside the show and you see like what the sets look
Yeah.
like and like what are you thinking about?
It was definitely a different experience. I was not expecting that. Yeah.
She's speechless. But now,
My brain is still like processing what I just saw.
okay, so imagine though that you're like 6 or 7 years old and not your age. It's so colorful.
It would be very cool.
And
Yeah.
like anything could come to life, and it's just kind of
Yeah.
nutty and like,
Yeah.
and everyone's, and it's also a really warm world. Like
Yeah.
everybody's friendly and tries to be
Well, except
helpful.
for the witch.
Yeah, the witch is bad, but she's sort of comedically bad.
Yeah.
What do you think though about that laugh track? Like you can hear like they put like a sitcom laugh track under it, right? I mean, like, why would you do that?
I don't know. Honestly, in my opinion, because like a bunch of the shows nowadays put like audiences laughing, I think it's a little bit like annoying just because like it kind of like tells you when to laugh and like that part might not be funny and then you just hear laughing and it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, in this case, too, the laugh track audience is just a regular standard sitcom adult laugh track. Like, what group
Like, it's
of
not
adults
kids.
would be cracking up at this show?
Don't you start now.
Yeah. The other weird thing, too, is, like, everybody's got this crazy... Like, HR PUFNSTUF is, like, this southern guy.
Yeah.
But Jack Wilde, the young boy actor's got this kind of Cockney English
Yeah.
accent, and then there's everybody else from all over the map. So, yeah, it just doesn't. But that's the cool thing, right? None of it makes any sense.
Yeah.
At
But
all.
Can you imagine the kids like when they were kids when this came out, like their costumes. Like, can you imagine that walking down the street? But of course it'd be like a homemade costume, so it'd be like a nightmare version of that. Like that you would see in your nightmare walking down the street.
They're very homemade. Like, I'm looking at his eyes and stuff. It's just like felt. It's just like felt that's been cut.
And then that's just like felt, and that's like cut, like ribbon.
But isn't there like a little part of you that kind of thinks, I kind of wish that you could have TV where it's just super, like, homemade, put together without all the extra stuff. Yeah. And just for fun, I mean, Yo Gabba Gabba was kind of that. It kind of did that, right? Mm-hmm. It went real low tech.
Yeah. Yo Gabba Gabba scarred me for life, okay?
All right, well, that's my gift to you, HR PUFNSTUF. And I've stunted your growth again. But yeah, that's what I got for you this week.
Okay. Okay. So, every time whoever's showing it, the other person is going to rate it however many chomps. CHOMPS.
Chompy.
And this Chomp is our dog. So her real name's Maggie, but we call her Chompy. And yeah, so we're gonna do however many chomps out of 5.
So you're gonna rate HR PUFNSTUF from 1 to 5 chomps.
Yes.
Okay.
So for HR PUFNSTUF, I think I'm going to give it 3 chomps out of 5.
Wow.
3.5 chomps out of 5. Because it's just a little bit creepy. But I do like the homemadeness of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like the homemadeness and like the storytelling and like the witch. I really like the witch. But it's just a little bit creepy and like it doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I took some off. But what would you give it out of 5?
Fair enough. Oh, do I rate it too?
You can, yeah.
Oh, I give it 5 chomps.
5 chomps.
It's as crazy as a television show could possibly be. Yeah. And that kind of TV is impossible to make anymore. And also, when I was a kid, I think I gravitated to those kind of shows because they seemed like a little, I don't know, like transgressive. Right?
Yeah.
You know, like a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And I like that feeling. So, yeah. But I can only see it through my own memory, right? Yeah. If I were to have never seen it before, maybe I'd give it 3.
So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching our first episode of Zoe's Rewind, and we really hope you enjoyed. And yeah.